He's a beast.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? GameStradamus here, giving you guys a little League of Legends gameplay. Kind of wanted to go over some tips here for 3's. This isn't really going to be like an LOL introduction. If you want more of a basis introduction, then you can come to my channel, and I got some more footage there. So anyway, I'm going to jump right into it. Here we are for the early gank. Unfortunately, we kind of messed this up and chased Jax just a little too much, so they got to focus on Nidalee and take her out. We definitely messed this gank up. We probably should have had at least 2 of them, if not all 3. And I flash away to try to protect Olaf for no good reason, because I was retarded.
Heart attack.
So, just a heads up, save those summoner spells for when you really need them. Anyway, just also a fair warning, I'm going to be cutting this footage up a bunch and jumping around. And you'll also hear, I kind of recorded some of the Skype conversation with my teammate here, Chrissy. He's one of the buddies I play with a lot in this game. Luckily, he does not talk too much because he's quite a troll, and that would be pretty annoying. Yeah, that's right, Chrissy. Anyway,
this cast is really
so
few
things to keep in mind. The early gank is very, very important if you can get away with it, but you really have to see who you're against, who can deal the most early damage or annoyance, you know, like Kennen or Ezreal, who can kind of feel you out of bushes. And what summoner spells they have, because if they have a bunch of exhaust and ignite, I recommend not ganking. You'll notice there that I put a vision ward up in 3's and really 5's too, but more importantly in 3's, very, very important to put up a sight around the map. Here we're chasing Nidalee. I should have had that dagger off, but luckily Olaf pulled this off. It's always good when you get a good random teammate on your team. But anyway, you notice how I put the vision ward there. It's very important to do vision on this map, and I kind of have this rule that whoever's on bottom has to get vision for mid, and whoever's soloing top has to get vision for dragon, and to see if they're jungling up in top. And I usually always try to go for vision now, because a lot of people do get sight wards, and visions you can see and attack the normal sight wards and take them out. So it's a big advantage to have, because you can set up ganks like this, you know. Because if he did have a sight, he would know that we're coming right there, and we couldn't we couldn't get away with this. But luckily for me, they keep focusing Olaf, which is probably what they should do since he is their highest damage dealer. But luckily we get enough damage off, and with Shen's taunt, I get to catch Jax as well as Aurelia there and get both those kills. So now I'm doing pretty good. I'm 3-0-2. So they're gonna have trouble with Shen here shortly, because he gets quite an annoyance. So here's just a couple minutes later, Nidalee gets caught, but luckily, being Shen again, I get to ulti in on her and save her. I really enjoy Shen, or even Rammus, for 3's, just because of the taunt. You can really save some of your squishier, weaker characters.
You got him though.
And luckily, I get to kill Aurelia, but they turret dive and get Nidalee, so it's 1-for-1 in that battle. But Jax takes a couple turret hits, and luckily with Shen's dash, I can go through walls, and Olaf's pretty quick, so we're going to be able to chase hopefully at least one of them down here. Jax is a quick guy, and he would have gotten away from this, but when he cut this corner up here, he either lagged out or was too cocky and started to type, and he stood still for just enough time to get killed, which was a big mistake. But anyway, always keep running in this game. You really need to know when not to sit in a bush and try to go back to town, and especially not typing. I've died plenty of times in this game thinking I'm okay, and then I'm like just sitting there typing some bullshit and then get jacked. So pay attention to that. Always try to use Skype or some kind of communication. As you see here, we're all about level 8, and we go for Dragon. Normally, we would try to do that probably earlier, but we were kicking this team's ass pretty badly, so we decided just to keep at them and fall back to Dragon. As you notice there, right after Dragon, we went for middle buff. Very important to control Dragon and middle buff. Dragon, more importantly, because of the experience gold that you get, and plus you all get damage bonuses, not just one person. But during that buff, Jax came in to try to steal it, and I notice a lot in 3's, characters will sit off and try to steal it. I usually play Kennen. He's like my probably main, if not Shen. And as Kennen, you know, with the vision wards up, you can always see that. So you let them do most of the work, and you just run in, throw a Shuriken in, and steal it. So you really get to be aware of that. So normally I would have given that buff to Olaf, but because I knew Jax would have stolen it, I had to throw that dagger and take it. Way better for your team to have it than their team. I thought my team would be a little patient here, but as you noticed, they kind of turret dove in. Luckily, I had my ulti up, and I saved Olaf's life, and then got to taunt Kassadin before he got a chance to flash out of there. So we lucked out and got 2 of them, and all of us survived. So usually after I push like a tower or kill some champions, I usually fall back to Dragon or the jungle or the buffs, that kind of thing, to keep maximizing experience and gold. Luckily for us, Aurelia is probably really frustrated right now and tried to gank me, but didn't realize Olaf was sitting in that bush. A lot of this game is like a mental battle and luring, and if you just have, you know, a champion that can, you know, be at low health and kind of lure people, you can get a lot of ganks, or luring people into the bushes is a great way to all of a sudden instantly pretty much take somebody out. So be aware of that when you're in 3's, not to just wander in the bushes if you don't know where they are, because most likely they're just sitting there waiting for you. These guys get a little cocky. Aurelia committed, or Jax really committed, but Aurelia fell back. They probably could have killed me if Aurelia stayed at it, but luckily she backed off. The turret switched to Jax, and with one of Shen's trusty little taunts, I got to catch Jax there. It's those plays right there why I love playing Shen, because he's just a little bitch sometimes. Yeah. Anyway, so Jax and these guys are probably pretty pissed at me now. They kind of all focus coming at me, and they take me out here. Luckily, we get to kill 2 of them in this battle, but I kind of overextended and made a mistake. And luckily for Kassadin, he can teleport pretty much anywhere, or rather quickly anyway. So he caught me there. But thanks to my buddy Chrissy, his great spears, he got to kill Kassadin there. So nice work. Anyway, this is like the end of the game. My team kind of gets jacked here, or just like commits while I'm jungling. But luckily, I flash in and help kill Kassadin before he unloads on Nidalee, which will pretty much seal the game here. They're gonna surrender since we're up 24-9. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that and had a couple quick tips there. Important to control jungle, important to have vision around the map, and definitely stick together. Team combinations are very important in 3's. You can't just play, you know, 3 mages, you know, that kind of thing. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. I got plenty more footage on my channel. If you want to make a free League of Legends account, I will leave my referral link in the description. So check that out, and I'll be back soon. Take care.